They say when you move into an old house, you inherit more than just creaky floors and dusty windows. You inherit secrets, whispers, shadows that stretch longer than they should, things that refuse to leave, even when everyone else does. We moved into 38 Willow Lane during a thunderstorm. Figures. The sky was bruised purple, thunder cracking like bones breaking. Crooked trees lined the gravel driveway like gnarled sentinels. The whole setup felt like it had been scripted by some cursed horror movie director. My mom called it cozy. My dad said it was a fixer-upper with character. I called it what it was, a crumbling, oversized coffin. The house had been on the market for years. A steal, they said. Nobody asked why. Nobody wanted to know. But we needed a fresh start. After what happened last year, after the silence between my parents grew too thick to breathe through, this house was meant to be a second chance. We should have stayed broken. Peeling wallpaper peeled in long yellowed strips like old skin. Hallways stretched too far in the dark. The floorboards groaned under every step. Not like wood under pressure, but like something alive was being disturbed. And mirrors. So many mirrors. Every room had one. Not hung for vanity, but fixed, bolted, built into the walls like they were watching. Some cracked, some clear, some slightly warped, like the angles didn't make sense, like they were built to reflect something else entirely. I should have trusted my first instinct and smashed them all. The first night, I swore I heard something moving inside the walls. Not mice, not the old plumbing. Footsteps, slow, intentional, too heavy to be rats, too soft to be human. I told my parents. They smiled too quickly, said it was just the house settling. But houses don't breathe, and they sure as hell don't whisper your name. My room was the smallest, tucked beneath the slant of the roof, as if the house was leaning away from it. Cold, damp. A single window looked out into a patch of dead woods, branches like ribs, sky always gray no matter the weather. But the worst part was the mirror. Tall, narrow, bolted to the wall like it was afraid to fall. Its frame was rusted bronze, carved with strange swirls and shapes that felt older than the house itself. The glass rippled like water caught in a still moment. I covered it with a towel the first night. The second night, the towel was on the floor. My mom swore she hadn't been in my room. I didn't sleep. By the third night, I didn't need sleep to hallucinate because I saw her. I'd woken up again at exactly 3:03 a.m. My alarm clock, even unplugged, always blinked that time. Always. The mirror was uncovered, and there she was. Not me, not a reflection, a girl, my age, same messy hair, same scar on the chin, same birthmark on the wrist. But her eyes were too dark, her lips too thin, her skin pale like candle wax. And she smiled at me. Not like a friend, not like a stranger, like someone who'd been waiting. I screamed. My parents came, searched the room, said it was a dream, said maybe I was stressed, said it was all in my head. But the girl in the mirror, she wasn't a dream. She was real. The days blurred. The nights stretched into something unnatural, like time was being pulled apart. And always, 3:03 a.m., the mirror uncovered itself, and every night she got closer. First, she just stood there. Then she pressed her hand to the glass. Then she started copying me. At first it was my movements, blinking, breathing, tilting my head. Then it was my thoughts. She'd mouth things I hadn't said, secrets I'd buried deep, childhood fears, private dreams, hidden guilt. She whispered them with a smile, like lullabies. I started noticing cracks in the walls, hairline splits that snaked across the plaster like veins. From those cracks came a smell, wet dirt, metal, decay. Sometimes, if I leaned in close, I could hear breathing. Sometimes, an eye would blink back at me. Then came the dirt under my nails, in my sheets, damp footprints leading from the closet to the mirror. One morning, written in black smears on the inside of my closet door, were the words, "You're already half gone." I showed my parents. They looked at me, strange, like they didn't recognize me, like they were remembering someone else's child. My mother started humming songs she'd always hated. My father began talking to the walls. Sometimes I caught them staring, not at me, but behind me, at my shadow. Then came the tapping. From the far end of the hall, the attic door, a string dangled like a noose. One night I followed it, pulled the string. The light flickered to life, dim, yellow, buzzing. The attic was empty, except for the mirror. It looked just like mine, but taller, fractured, covered in handprints. In front of it, a chair. On the chair, a journal, torn, dusty. The cover read, Eliza Ainsley. The name tasted wrong in my mouth. I opened it. The writing inside slanted violently like it was scribbled. During an earthquake, she watches, she copies. Every night she learns more. I can't scream anymore. My voice is hers now. She waits for me to sleep. I'm forgetting who I am. I'm forgetting my name. I think she already walked out. The final page was blank, except for one sentence scrawled in red, "She only needs one more." The light buzzed. Then, footsteps, close, slow, careful. I turned, nothing, but the mirror was fogged. And in the condensation, one word appeared, trade. I ran through the house, downstairs, past every mirror, and in each one, she was there, closer, smiling, not at me, for me, like the performance was over, and this was her bow. The front door creaked open on its own. Outside, snow in April. The world looked, paused, still, too quiet, like a painting of silence. And then I saw them, figures in the yard, dozens, all standing, all still, all me. Different clothes, different expressions, but the same face. One of them raised her hand. So did I. But I hadn't meant to. The house slammed shut. Every door, every window locked. And from every mirror, the same voice whispered, "You let me in. Now let me stay." That night, I didn't run. I sat on the floor, faced the mirror, waited. 3:03 a.m. She appeared, but this time, no smile. She looked tired. She mouthed, "It's not just me, it's all of them." The glass cracked. The lights went out. The air shook. Voices, hundreds of them, whispered from every wall, "Trade, trade, trade." The mirror opened like a door. She stepped through. No sudden move, no violence, just sadness. She reached for my hand, and I blacked out. When I woke up, the mirror was gone. The cracks were sealed. My room was silent. But the reflection in the window, it blinked when I didn't. It smiled when I didn't. And when I leaned in close, it whispered, "Thank you." Now I go to school. I come home. I sleep. But I don't look in mirrors anymore because sometimes they look back. And I don't think I'm the one on this side anymore. But she is. And she's still smiling. And soon, so will the others.